Look, I played the game.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. Teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, fights loose. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
Pulled in at the 24. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the defense opponent's going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with it. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 98 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Second and 8 coming up.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Stuckey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, Stuckey. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Shedding the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
105 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Burrow on play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Bengals.
Now Burrow on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. That's caught.
Joe Mixon.
As the 1st half is winding down.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Touchdown! Touchdown of the night, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 34 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole...
Touchdown, Bengals! Chase with his 28th touchdown, drawing Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive... They've got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Noah Fant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
McManus's point after is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Bengals 29, Broncos 17.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one makes this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
If I could put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going?
And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
From the 6. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
This is our time.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Broncos 24.
So let's try this again. Turn TD. Here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
190 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll keep it on the ground. Stuckey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up there.